Welcome to Excel at Data Mining. My name is Billy Decker. I'm a business intelligence consultant that works for StatSlice, a consulting firm based out of Dallas, Texas. And today we're going to talk about how to create and read a profit chart in less than 5 minutes using the data mining add-in tools for Microsoft Excel. So it's actually very easy to create a profit chart. I've actually already created a mining structure along with a couple of models here. It is based upon the AdventureWorks data warehouse. I created a Bayes model and a logistic regression model based off of it. And so you simply come up here and you hit the profit chart wizard button there, and you go ahead and start. You select your structure that you want to do. You actually don't select individual models, or, well, I like to actually select structures because that allows you to actually compare different models to one another. And then we come here to the actual specify profit chart parameters. We're not going to really play around with this a whole lot. About the only thing we're going to change is the individual cost up to about $8. And then we're going to go ahead and hit next. We're going to do test my data from the mining structure, and then we're going to go ahead and finish. And that's really all it takes to actually create the chart. So let's look a little bit at how to actually read this chart and what it's trying to tell us. So if we look along the y-axis here, we see that we're actually dealing with profit, and then along the x-axis we actually have the overall population percentage. And then we also see that we have 3 lines here, one for no model, one representing our Bayes model, and one representing our logistic regression model. So what we see here is that using each method, and it's the way that it prioritizes, we're seeing that as we contact more and more of the population, what happens to the actual profit as we go along here. So starting off with the blue line, since there is no prioritization, we just basically pick people randomly from our pool of possible customers. As we go along, we see that we're going to actually continually lose money all the way down to the very bottom here, roughly about like $32,000. But we see that if we use a model, what immediately happens, since we're prioritizing the high percentage people, the people most likely to, in this case, to purchase bikes but respond or anything like that, we see that we immediately get a huge uptick here along the logistic regression model, and then it plateaus out at the top here and then starts to descend off down here. So we can see that in order to maximize our profit, in this case, it's not the same thing as actually maximizing our revenue because of the way our advertising works. Maybe it costs actually a whole lot to really get a new bicycle customer because we're selling really high-end bikes or something like that. So we see that what we really should do is, if we have a whole pool of customers, is that we should try to identify roughly about the top 50% and try and get those guys. And that's going to really give us our maximized profit. And we see the same thing actually in the Bayes model here too. They both tell us roughly about the same area, that we should really only be contacting about half of our total pool of customers because we immediately start losing money any other way. Some of the other stuff they actually include in here, they show you the actual maximum profit on the chart, and they actually also show you the probability threshold, which is what you should use according to each model in order to maximize your actual profit. So for the Bayes model, they're telling you that you need to use about 60%, like, so Bayes predicts 60.8% or above, and you contact all those people. This is not the same percentage as what's down here on the x-axis. This is total population percentage. And then this probability threshold for the logistic regression is 49.73%. So they're saying that you can actually contact more people in the logistic regression model because you can almost think of it as being a little bit more confident. But that is how you create and read a profit chart in less than 5 minutes using the data mining add-in tools from Microsoft Excel. Thank you.